It's day 1439 Arukh HaShulchan, and we're still at war. We should be learning. Should be a schutz for Army Yisrael for our eventual and quick nitzachon. Today we're doing your Reis Samach Zayin, Sif Tzadik Dalet to Kufalef. Tzadik Dalet. The Gamma to Shulchan Sif Chav Gimel Sif Samach Gimel Kosuk Rambam. They wrote like the Rambam by Chatzei Ben Chayrin. That the Din Gomer it's absolute halacha. Eloshe b'zeh the Rambam. This is it. Rambam kasam misha chetzu ebuchuleish amar Rabbi Ekno chetzu no katan. He said that he talked about chetzu whose master bestowed ownership on half of him to his young son. Masha ejedim hani hakno gamak reishu chetzu ben chorin. Sounds like he marked them even after his half of ben chorin. Chelko, if one of them, one of two partners releases his part of the Eved, we compelled the second one also to redeem his Chelek. And if one of them knew that his friend wants to release his half, and he was marked the person who knew that the other guy was going to release his half was marked his Chelek, and then his friend released him. Basically, the basic cannot compel the cotton to release him. Apotropos, they put up an apotropos. The apotropos does redeem him. B'don mishkiba cotton for the money which the cotton receives. Apotropos star shichor apotropos writes the star shichor on the name of the cotton. Which kasu shichno no cotton comes shnasa chetzim and. So there was a mak only the haknot to his minor son seems to work only before the other half becomes a ben chorin. The Yerushalayim Shitosam seems they follow shit. This way the achat hakana who can shukra. Achat hakana that Beishamai he's as if he's free, No matter the cotton, and that's why the haknot cotton doesn't work. That's how they wrote they would have to be previously. Ramzal fi mashban si tzaikav so the Ramos she does so. Gamachat takana to release him till chetzu evet. They still have an evet with all the implications that there has that would have. So if he marked the half which is still an evet, even though the other half is free. There's also distinction here. In the following way, the cotton. The treasurer right, you have to give some money to cotton. Now, Quran goes to the going to love, only where the cotton has some sort of affinity to it. And but they're low, but that's for cotton. It's not necessarily the case. The Vadi B'Gemara Masha Katur Shulchan some of these things like the tour and Shulchan that you have to pay, that you pay the cotton. El Sham says, "But Lama Lana Lasos came." I'm just explain why do we have to do it. Because the cotton has some sort of affinity, you have to do this. And cotton so the cotton does have that affinity. Simply, like the only Rambam that's Din Gomer that they have to give money to the cotton. The brackets he says if he's a much customer to Sivkan Lam down should talk with the cotton shum lazus for sign. Tour says need the task need the agreement of the cotton because of Lashon Hora. And Sham tells Shita the place is arrived that maybe according to this is arrived, but not. Allah Tour Shulchan Shita Rambam Barash Bam that it's a Din Gomer. Came much because of a Shasi cotton Peal B'Shem Mavach. That's all he ten Laban also that the father has given the son from his money. In terms of that, they are cheres the garment Mordechai. So Mordechai shall gankim shitas the tesis vikadavar was tesis in the primary understanding. Abraham Rashba Matur Jorach Enzo Kozeh Tito Din Gomer who it's not a Din Gomer, it's a Din Gomer below Knasos. Evidently somebody says it's a Knas. Beduk. Tzadik Bekom Ashi is bar Zel Hakol Kishakiven Lafkia Takan Chacham. This is all somebody who does not want to undermine the Takan Chacham. Before he became half freed, afterwards, as he explained, Avo she's borrowed. Become nevertheless, he had in mind to undermine that guy's claim. So he said, okay, try to do it and run around. That's not so fast. We're going to set up an apotropos. This guy so his bad thought should not be fulfilled. I believe Mace, the father, died. He left his minor son, and then the partner released his portion. We don't say an apotropos for the child to release his name. There was no treachery or deceit. We put in the primaries halacha that he served himself, works himself one day, and the katan for one day, until the child becomes an adult. For us, no more, then we'll tell the child, now an adult, that you know that's the halacha. That he should release a slave, and they will write an IOU for half his value. Then if he doesn't listen, we're going to compel him. But not when he's a now he's a katan. Brad says he was in Gemara Shamusha Amar Kasher saw Ken Yosalo. Like he did, so too we do to him. Tzadik Vav. You are least season Midesh Amar Chacham and B'Makom Shekov L'Shachar K'mo Chetzi Lev Chetzi M'Chlei Yetzi B'Zeh Shekov L'Chtov Shtar Shechor. That which it says that we compel to write a Shtar Shechor. Lav Davka Shtar Shechor. Not necessarily Shtar Shechor. To Nimtza Mishiyir Tzalite Machzu Shiva Eved Zuman L'Rabbo. If we find someone who wants to give half of the value of the Eved in cash to the Rebbe, to the master, we can bill the master so the money goes which is enough for the Eved to go free. Because he inquires himself through money. Which goes to Ram Ram writes by Shiv Chacharuva, which we brought earlier. And that then in Shas and Poiskim whose car is mentioned Rak Shtar Shichur, only Shtar Shichur Mishum Ein Kan Kesem Mezuman. I'll tell you where there's cash. The cash should place it below Eved Shtar Al Chatzidama. No cash, that's why Eved has to write the IOU. And the Yom Shi came by the Kesef, assuming somebody was there to give cash, and so Shtar Shichur, you don't need a Shtar Shichur. Hamafkir Avdo, somebody who makes Eved Hefker, that's a chiyus, he goes free, but it's sorry to get Shichur Hefker Yisra. Still needs to get Shichur to eliminate the Isra. Even though the obligation of being bodily subservient is no longer applicable to Sevet, since he was made after. That's in terms of monetary obligation. Like any money that a person makes after. I mean, in terms of Isra, so we don't have one of the three ways in which Evan acquires himself for the purpose of Yisur. That's a need to Shikor, to undermine his Isra. It's obviously we require him to write get shikor. But here the kan lo mahani kesef. Can see it seems that here money does not work. Once his mafker is evident that the Eved should pay him off. Because the money is already hefker. There's no way to get him completely out of Avdus but by a bill of release. If somebody made his Eved hefker and he died before he wrote the Shtar Shichur, the heir writes the Shtar Shichur. But I've the Yorish, any Yorish, even though the heir does not inherit anything. The Gemara getting that man means that opinion such an Eved has no weight, so it remains awesome forever. We shouldn't be it can't bequeath the Isra of itself to heirs. We don't hold that way. Because we say that the heir stands in the exact same place as the person making the bequest. Whenever you write the Shtar Shikor. Also confident in the sense, it would seem we also compel him to do this. And the reason why I can bequeath this, right? It seems to me, it says Arukh HaShulchan, the Shem Shu Atzah go get shikor, just like him Sakra get shikor, Abi Shem love Din Mammon. You know, no one is Din Mammon, it's his Mafkem, I'm sure that died because it's still called his slave. And I'm here to Murray Zah Shem Liyorsho. He bequeaths the name Chalais Shem Eved to the Yorish. Okay, Gam Yorish Nikra out and never the Yorish also called the master B'yochel Iftel get shikor, and can write get shikor. Tzadik Ches. Ger Shemeis Ve'en Lo Yorshim. A ger who died has no heirs. We hope we should zach because of zach. Anybody who acquires his property, acquires it. And he was a property, either adult or minor slaves. The Goyim acquire themselves, they are free. Pain Shaw, you can't ask those that I'm Hefker. It should be like Hefker. Hefker took get Shichur. Hefker get Shichur. Mace, Lake, Mishikov get Star Shichur. And here, where the Ger died, there's nobody right to Star Shichur. Shay Elo she has no heirs. Achemis the Zelo Daimel Hefker. No, there's not comparable to Hefker during one's lifetime. They have a Gomer Lo Lamisha. Evidence learned to derive Lo Lamisha. Of Hefker Shachar Misa, but Hefker after death, Kechet the Ishto Mishulachas will get. It's like his wife is, since we learned for the wife, and Arukh HaShulchan spoke about this yesterday, I'm really impressed by that. It's like his wife is Mishulachas blow get. His wife is sent away without a get. After that, nobody gets, so to his evidence not require a get. Kocha Nabas Kishkir Mikhaim, there was Mafia when he was still alive, then he died. So we saw before the real has to write the Star Shikha, Misha Chaylo, Star Shikha, just like the father or whatever else bequeathed that would be Chayav Star Shikha. That's about adult slaves who can acquire themselves. But Ktani who can acquire them for themselves. But there isn't another person who's bestowing ownership on them, which is still Rishmim Gimel. There, whoever grabs the Eved acquires him. No person acquired them. Actually, Gadlu until they became adults. Then they are up the creek. Because when the Ger died, Lo Paka Yisur Minayu. The incident is not far away. Because they're minors. For now, they're being going. Even though the monetary obligation is no longer applicable to them, because they have no owners. You survive by my pocket. How could their instant fall off? Now there's no definite of a master to remove the instant from them. Those say doesn't say when they grow up they have a yacht to acquire themselves. They also acquire themselves in order to eliminate the prohibition. We look at them as if their master now died. The first opinion that no takona. It's a Drisha Navach. As well. Just like the Yishmei Raya de Shnia. As Arukh HaShulchan, but I have proof of the second opinion. But I mean, now it says Yivamas Tav Kuftes, Kiddushin Ktana Mitla Tali, the Kiddushin of a minor girl are a contingent. When she grows, Gadla Bada, the marriage grows with her. I forgot the Kiddushin for Eina Boilam, even though the marriage, the money given marriage is no longer extant. We look at it as if now they came into effect. So that's the case over here. Nomar, Bamisas Adam Mitla Tali, the death of the Adam is suspended. When they grow up, Gali Badai grows with it, Kiluata Mesa, he dies now. Vote in front of Badim Kadi Nechlu Abashov Chachamim, Arishon argue Shom, Chom Sabi the Gam Ktanim Koratum Dechorin. So the Ktanim also acquire themselves and be to be free. Abashov Savar, Abashov one host the Ktanim Kikoratum, Marasibam Zocham. Anybody who acquires them, when they belong to a dead gear, acquires them. So I can make a very polar machlokas. That when their children, even when their children acquire themselves free. And even when they're adults, it's not going to work. Evidence halacha requires further analysis. Kuf Eved Shenishba Barach Me'ashiva, Eved who was taken to captivity, fled from captivity. Balafan came from us after his master gave up hope on him. Master could no longer subjugate him. The government also get. Shivin required to write a bill of release. Bishiv Shabbat Hefker. Let's give you a hope. It's like main Hefker. We'll show Hefker. It's the language of Hefker. Find his bar, and we already learned that after the Yotzachayos, and somebody who makes the Eved Hefker and he goes free. But so again, Shivin just requires a bill of release. It didn't say first begin. Since when the Gindaf Lam Ches, Eved Shabbat base at swim, a slave who fled from prison, Chuli Ein Shop. Mashma Hedge seems quite clear. Milosha Shas Abetz Dafkuk Shenishba Barak Lis Yoish. Going back to where he was taken captive and fled, and then the owner gave him up. Abdin Barak Miyab Island. But he wasn't taken captive, he just fled from the owners. The Yisrael Shabbat and the owners gave up. Ain't okay. So Lama. Why not? Came in the Yerush Kavik Hefker, because Yerush is like Hefker. Yes, I could say the hard Mishi Yesh is over work. That feels Shinishma Barak Nisrayish Shtabi. There is even an opinion that when he was taken captive and fled, and the whole original owner gave hope, also he's still subservient. So slaves don't go wholesale and give themselves up to bandits and diablo and deprive their masters of their services. I don't know, kind of we don't hold that way. But if he's fleeing from a master, everybody because the is not effective. You look at not that's not call every can't every ever should do it. Why not? Kufal, oh the Parabiano Cheshimishan Simon Ray Simon Base. Let's explain. This same side. The Yerush ain't no careful gomer Yerush is not like actual after. Svaras who customer say about it, test the test rights above Kanta Samach above. Lachain lo Mahani Begneva Yerush, therefore by Gneva, by theft, Yerush not effective. Gam Vavela Mahani Yerush Shlomidas, so Vaveda, Yerush Shlomidas is not effective. Yarsham Matan we explained that the reason we should the Hefker ain't Ella Bedavish Beshuso. Hefker only works the same which is under your jurisdiction. Mafkir mitzvah, and you make a mafkir by will. Of Yerushu b'davar she'eda b'shus yerush is something where it's not Yerushus, but she'll love mitzvah, and it's compelled. L'chein shebarchim based on therefore when he fled from prison, so Yerush kefker gomer, they made their Yerush kefker gomer zoch eved latzmo, and Eved zoch himself v'avi kaved Yerush mahani, and it's like aveda where Yerush effective was Rosh mi beso. When he fled from his house, where I guess he's not Mitzvah, love years Kefker, whatever years is not a Kefker. Zel Gneva Lomanish, because like a theft, where Gneva does not, years is not applicable. Hefker L'Shach B'Zef is not relevant, then came with Shuso, since it's not in the jurisdiction of the master to make him Hefker, but Hefker ain't B'Dav Shuso, Hefker only works under your jurisdiction. It's based Simon Kuf Ayin Gimel Ayin Sham, and that brings us to the end for this evening.